Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you're interested in supporting our content any further than that, you can consider becoming a member here on our channel, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ProDMJoey. Becoming a member will only cost you about $3 or $4 a month just to be an NPC lover, or you could go for higher tiers as well. And the majority of that money goes into my pockets, which is a lot better than that other streaming platform where it's about 50% of it only went in my pocket. But yes, if you do that, you'll gain access to weekly posts that I am going to be making. As of now, those posts are public, so don't feel like you have to do it for any other reason. Where I am going to be handcrafting encounters and posting them to the YouTube page for anybody to see, take, and use as inspiration for something else they're doing. I plan on making one of these every single Sunday before I start my stream on Sunday, just kind of as a good start to the week, you know? And if you're interested in anything, it might even have some plot hooks in there for you to use. And all of these are outside of the normal, the bandits are coming mission. So if you need some, good inspiration to really spark that love of D&D once again, it might be a little useful to you. In addition to that, you can join our Patreon. Link to that is down in the description below. Get into our Discord server. We have open slots available if you want to be a player. Just let me know. Okie dokie, everybody. So, Raina, I think you rolled the shittiest. Tell us what happened last session.
Yeah, I rolled the shittiest. It's not surprising. Last time we are told that we have a dragon tree in the Underdark, and so we decide that's where we're gonna go. And Liara learns a new spell, and learns the location of several teleporting circles, and one of them happens to be right on top of where we need to be. So we teleport ourselves over there to a place called Oasis. It's in Nordis, and we land at the Blue Dive-In, which is a hotel out there. We surprise a group of people who are armed and kind of suspicious of us at first. But we do end up meeting their leader, Accordion Blue, and we tell him a little bit why we're here, that we're looking for passage to the Underdark, and he says that's perfectly possible, as long as we keep his group's existence off the official maps, which we oblige with. Sorry, my cat almost fell off my desk. So we take the fancy room for the night as a treat from Raina, and we take our rest that evening. And Casimir and Raina both spend the entirety of the night looking for the mini fridge, only to not actually find it. But in the middle of the night, we are told by Accordion that someone was asking around for us, which is kind of strange considering we just popped ourselves into town. No one's really supposed to know where we are. So we're kind of on edge from that, and he does give us a few disguises to go through town so that we're a little less obvious. So in the morning, on the way out, we put on our disguises, find the mini fridge when it's too late to actually use, and head down to the entrance to the Under. And we decide to go the diplomatic route, where we pay 5 gold a head, and our names are carved into the wall to announce us. We meet the it was almost, you had a little bit of the guy in the the trapdoor in Oz feel, where he's, who are you, what's your business kind of thing. And we again go through while we're there. We are told through about the rules of the Under. All of that in mind, we kind of walk in through the city, And there's someone who reaches out to us in a mental capacity, telling us of a dairy farmer who has a tree in his yard. And we also realize that we're being followed into the Under, and it's people who are wearing similar disguises to what we had been. And so we decide that we are going to turn the trap on them. We head into a vampire club and hide, and then pop out and make them understand the kind of situation they're in. And it turns out that it's 3 half-dragons, one of which is Clive, who is the ambassador to Mida under Vascarvin. So we escort him into a part of the club where we can have more of a private conversation. And under duress, he reveals that Vascarvin has put a bounty out on Reyna, Sebastian, and Moose, the 3 people that she really knows about. And this bounty is 45,000 gold apiece, because she sees them as killing Dragonkin. Reyna pushes further to find out information if Vascarvin was the one who drove Rodanil out of his mind, and also wanted to know the purpose behind Vascarvin's meddling in Mida's economic situation. We do tell Clive that these dragons that are born out of the trees are not actually dragons that can be recognized as dragons. They're more copies / abominations / shadows of what a dragon actually is. We also let him know that Gazirzi is awake, which terrifies him beyond all belief. So that discussion over, we continue on to go find the tree, and we do. And the dragon is already hatched. With threats of being shot, we decide that maybe entering that person's property isn't the best idea, so Liara telepathically lifts it, and it goes full Whomping Willow in the middle of the air. But we do drop it into a pit with spikes in it, and so the tree itself is taken care of, and the next step is to find the dragon itself.
So, as all of you are standing around looking at the massive draconic tree that was dropped into this pit, and the collecting crowd now moving over to evaluate what the hell just happened, you have caught the attention of most people at this end of town immediately. In fact, when you turn around, you see all of the guards in this section of town are standing there kind of just confused and eyeing you all up.
Has anyone seen a dragon come out of this thing?
Roll me an intimidation check, please.
11.
They all look at one another, and then the crowd starts dispersing.
Hold on. Can I give her a +4?
Sure, 15.
I wanna say, I believe she asked you a question.
Now you roll, Sebastian. Also, change your display name, please.
Oh, sorry.
My God, we're not using a stage name.
Oh, not much better.
So,
How much
15 and 18.
Would that be also a 22?
Well, you can only flash on one person. You can only flash one person at a time.
Sacre bleu.
I know.
Targeted
know.
flashes.
I mean, that's one of the downsides to being we're done. So,
Took you a second.
yes. So, after that happens, one of the goblin folk down here walks over to you all. You see that they apparently are missing their leg, and they have a large plank attached to the bottom of it as they're wandering on over towards you all. Thing that came out of that was a dragon?
Usually dragonish, similar. That kind of elemental based.
Didn't have
So we
no
think this one was
wings.
fire, right? Because it's from a brown dragon? I'm just
it's not-
asking the party what they remember.
The brown dragons are the burrowing ones that spew out concentrated high winds that can cut you.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely what it did, but it didn't have any wings on it.
Hmm.
That's
More of like a wormling.
What? Nah,
Well, I
No.
mean,
no, it had legs. It wasn't a worm.
yeah. It makes sense. Because if it's burrowing, it doesn't really need wings. Although, you'd
Although-
like to have them anyway.
no. This is based off a brown dragon. I look back at the thrashing tree.
It's still now.
As Moose is talking, he quickly mage hands and tries to pick up more scales.
Okay. Roll me a survival check. But yeah, the goblin folk goes, well, anyways, I was there when the thing bloomed and it had that creepy long thing jump off of it and
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
started running
Hold
through
on.
the city.
Creepy long thing
Creepy long thing, yeah, popped out.
of the
That's
dragon.
terrible. Did it
of-
attack you
of
guys?
the tree. It attacked me. It took my leg off.
Oh, shit. I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
I was
did
gonna
that.
stab it. Yeah,
Well, good on you. Did you
I
get
mean,
it?
bad on
Did
me.
you get it at all? At least.
I got within 2 feet of it, and then it did that, and my entire leg ripped off of my fucking body.
Gotta be careful.
He just looks up at you really?
Well, I mean, there's not much can be done about that at this point.
How long ago was that?
2 days ago.
2 days.
And which way did it go after that?
It was, it seemed to immediately jump into the ground and, follow a pathway. Here, I'll walk over to where it is, and you see he's walking with a spear, just limping over there. You all make it over to a small little pool of water. Roughly only about 4 feet wide total. Perfect circle. Yeah, came over here, dug down, and by the looks of it, it was probably heading over to Ashmore Lazi.
Hmm. Interesting.
Well, thanks for your help.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. Hey, if you guys come across it, can you cut its fucking leg off for me?
Yeah. And
Hey.
Raina will toss him a platinum.
Ooh. Hey, I can eat this week, thanks. Puts it in his pocket.
Does his leg look like fucked up?
I mean,
Gone.
Is it infected and shit?
do you want to roll a medicine check?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can I help since I am kind of used to battlefield wounds?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
A little guidance on this. Plus-
Moose, you collect some of the scaly bark, about a pound of it. So you
Another
squat
piece from
down.
my collection.
You squat down and keep stroking your face as you're looking at his leg, and he looks really uncomfortable. I mean,
17.
it looks like it was treated properly, though not perfectly. I mean, it's not infected or anything, and it's probably going to heal up fairly okay. But this dumb motherfucker should not be standing right now. He should be in a bed.
All right.
And that's
makes
probably
sense.
what's going to stop it from healing. It's
Yeah.
it's nothing you can do about it. Stupid is as stupid does. You know, like.
So Moose, after picking up more scales, is going to basically Doc Ock his way over there on the shoulder arms.
Yeah.
And is going to look, and is just going to look at the leg. Takes out his herbalism kit and like rubs it together in this. As I'm casting one of my free lesser restorations.
Oh. And that removes toxin, poison, disease.
Yeah.
All right. You tinker with it for a little bit, and like you you pull at some dead vein, and this like tar-like liquid drips out of it, and you just. Oh, I feel better.
You have a tapeworm.
I'll go get some laxative. All right. Thank you all very much.
Yep. Thank you for the information. I hope you lie down for a bit.
Sure thing. After I'm done my shift. And he just starts going back on. Apparently, he's a guard. He's following the other guards.
Moose, who is the epitome of what the fuck, just makes his way over to Reina and says, I don't understand these people.
Hey, man.
You're
You gotta
maybe
respect
murdered.
that guy. He's going right back to
Can't
work.
hear a single thing you're saying.
Me?
Jess.
No, Reina.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
because I muted my headset.
Yeah, I told you, you're muted.
She's like, yeah, at least he tried. He tried.
He wasn't a bad guy, just a weird guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's head off and. Well, how big of a town is this down here? Is there anything like interesting?
It's a pretty big town. It took you, I think, a total of like 40 minutes to cross from the entrance over to the west side of town. You entered in on the east side, so that's a pretty big town. I mean, by your estimate, this is probably roughly the size of Maida. Which is, the fourth largest town in all of Zodiac.
Well, since we've never been here, maybe we could try to go get some health potions quick.
Not a bad idea.
I only got one potion, and my spells aren't going to refuel down here.
Let's go get a few health potions. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, because I actually have something prepared for this, everybody, we are not just going to skip over. Oh, Moose is rolling how many potions he has. We are not just going to skip over your shopping montage here.
Well, I didn't want to make a big thing of it. I figured on our way, like in the direction we need to go, maybe find a spot.
Listen, this is the
Gear
first
up.
time any group has actually spent time down here. I made preparations. You guys are
that's fine.
going to take advantage of it.
Whether we like it or not.
This probably
Alrighty.
means there's a lot going on. This will be good.
Oh, there's a lot going on down here. So, as you are walking through, I would like an investigation roll for anybody looking for any particular types of shops. And tell me what you're looking for.
Oh man.
I think I'm gonna look for a like potions, alchemy, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd like to help her. Or should I roll my own?
Would I be able to help them at all with the knowledge I have of the area or people?
roll me a history check. Let's see what knowledge you do have.
Oh yeah, this will be great.
Like I said, this is not your home. It's just a place that you pass through sometimes. Wonderful. And yes, Sebastian, you could have helped Reyna, or you
Oh,
could roll
okay.
yourself. That's fine. So
I rolled
I
great.
guess I'll flash Reyna.
18. Cool. Let's start with Casimir. Casimir, your favorite shop you have ever been to is in this town. It's called the Shady Tankard. It is an outdoor dining place that you can buy wine and beer infused with blood that is freshly harvested every day.
Yeah, I want to go. We need to go there. So there's this place that does special alcohol. You will love it, and we need to go there.
What? Looking for potions, man.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
basically a potion.
Not for me.
They may still
Speaking
have
of-
them there. You don't know.
I mean,
That's
I don't know
not
my way
how-
around here, but it doesn't sound the way you described it. In
We're
no way
better to get information from than a tavern kind of place. We can ask them, and then they can point us in the direction of the actual places. It's two birds, one stone. You know, we're sorted.
Do they have birds down here?
Yes.
I don't
They're
know.
called
2
bats.
bats, 1 stone.
No, bird and bats. Two different.
I've been in this community too long.
Yeah.
That's
All right. Well, let's head that way and see what we can come across.
Now, Reyna, as you are walking through this area, you see a little shop made out of some grayish-looking wood that has a sign out front of a painted white but fading spectral-looking individual just watching. And then the door, as you're walking past talking about potions, just opens up.
All right, I'm
that's
gonna check this
convenient.
out.
Yeah, that looks promising.
Sebastian,
This is
you
gonna
find...
follow you in.
Okay. The name of this shop is The Listening Ghost.
That's highly appropriate.
Now, Sebastian, as a child, you had one passion that you haven't really shared with anybody. But down here, there's a shop called... God damn it. Okay, copy.
It's called God Damn It, and it's where.
The Gorgeous Kite. Growing up in Morian, kite flying was a major pastime.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all you notice. Just sorry,
Kites,
you
man.
rolled a 12. Kites are great, you know? There's so many cool attributes about them. Like they fly. Anyways,
It was his way of getting back at the seagulls.
Casimir, directly across the street from the Listening Ghost, is that sit-in bar that, you know, you can literally just sit right there on the street and drink.
Well,
right
ain't
there.
that convenient?
Right there.
You also need fangs to buy from this shop, so, you know, everybody's of age.
Two of
Half
us
my
are fine to
brain.
go in.
Half of my brain wants to ask if the front teeth count as fangs.
You can certainly try.
No, but I'm accompanying right now at the moment.
All right. So, the three of you walk into the Listening Ghost. And the moment you step through the front door, you hear a very faint shushing sound that seems to be persistent throughout this entire shop. You see all manners of different odd-looking heads on walls all over the place. Some of which look to be chickens, but two heads attached to one another. Some of which appear to be boar heads, but the tusks come out of the sides of the face, almost like pincers. And a few other odd creatures that most of you have never seen before in your life. But as you're walking through here, you see that there is somebody who stands out amongst the creepy menagerie that is Dryard. A kind, soft, tan skin. Half-elf. Who's just smiling. They have long, brown hair with a streak of green going through it, clearly dyed. And they're just smiling at all of you as you're walking through the shop, looking at different jars and vials of odd-looking items. Mostly organic or very good duplicates of organic things.
Interesting collection you have here.
They smile at you all. Thank you very much.
Wow.
We are we're looking to pick up healing potions. Is that something you stock?
I think we have a few in our collection right now.
Be nice.
They wander out from behind the counter, and you all notice that their outfit goes all the way to the floor, and you don't see their feet moving. They just seem to be gliding around the shop. They go
Is this
over.
yours?
Hmm?
I was gonna ask him. Is this your shop?
No, it's my grandmother's. I
Oh,
just work
nice.
here on the weekdays.
What was your name? I'm Sebastian.
Sebastian. Beautiful, strong name. Sea-wearing, isn't it?
That's right.
Nice. My name is Shore. Shore Hopper.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm new in town. We're kind of dealing with some bullshit. Looking to stay
Yes.
alive.
I assume that's why you want the potions, correct?
That's right.
And they glide across one of these shelves and start picking up these odd, large containers of different colored liquids and starts bringing them back over towards the counter. And what is it you all are doing down here?
The tree that just appeared down the road in the farmer's field that sprouted a dragon. That's what we're going after.
The tree or the dragon?
The dragon. We took care of the tree already.
Swift. They get about 4 other jars of liquid, and then once they get back over to the counter, they start pouring the different contents of the jars. One has what appears to be a floating thumb in it. Another one has this thick, twisted, yellowy looking substance that's almost partially malleable. That he pours in as well. And then one other one he opens and dips his ring finger and seemed gelatinous. And pours the entire container in, then starts churning it around inside of a cauldron. Yeah, nobody remembered their nicknames. It lasted all of 20 minutes. I knew it would.
Well, it was last session. I forgot
Yeah.
to write it down.
It lasted 20 minutes. But yeah, continues to churn and churn and churn and just smiles at the three of you very nicely. Was there anything else you're all interested in other than potions?
Well, I'm not sure what
Project.
your shop has. I was just curious if there was anything that you thought might help us on our journey fighting elemental bullshit.
Elemental bullshit. Can
Yeah.
you be
you know?
slightly more specific?
Well, whatever came out of that tree is, fucking shit up, and we need to stop it.
I see.
It's kind of we ran into a few of them, and they're never good news. The longer you let them go, the bigger and crazier they get.
Mm-hmm. And what type of warding would you be looking for against them?
The breath is almost like if it was full of blades. It's so harsh that it cuts you.
Oh. They stop mixing the current cauldron and come over with a few thin vials and ladle up this purplish liquid into the 3 vials and then put it back in. Almost cuts you. I think I can work on that as well. They go over towards a different shelf, and they go over towards the boar that had the tusks like pincers, opens up the lip, and then rips out the tongue. Turns and Kobe throws the tongue, which lands inside the cauldron. They then continue moving around, getting a jar of what looks like living bugs. Brings that over to the table, and then a different jar that has a lot of stone looking pieces inside of it. I would like a perception check from all 3 of you. Yeah, it's unfortunate he's not here. One of the only places that has
I know.
things he's looking for.
like-
Do you have any of this weird shit? I put it here.
I know he's always looking for lightning moss. He'd ask about lightning moss and fairy poop. Those
Well-
are the 2 things that he's looking for right now.
Lightning moss does not grow down here because there's no lightning underground. Fairy poop, maybe. Other 2, perceptions.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. Okay.
I'm like looking at the bugs and stuff, and I'm like, ugh.
This stuff is really interesting.
about you?
Magic that's like science, it doesn't make any sense. This is weird.
So,
you say, I assume you say to Moose.
He knows I don't understand it. I respect it, but I don't understand it. It's baffling. How can you
like
hold
saying I
magic
don't
like?
understand your religion.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, by the way, to everyone who's interested, I made something funny.
Oh no.
In the memes.
Friday memes.
I'll look at it when I have time.
All right.
But yes, Moose, you notice, inside of that large jar of smooth work stone, you make out what might be your imagination playing tricks on you, but it looks like stone fingers and stone eyes that look way too realistic.
I'm gonna look at the proprietor. And I'm going to say, are these petrified?
He turns over to you. Do you work for any standing government parties? You have to tell me if I ask. The law.
Moose kind of ponders for a second. Does Morian have any jurisdiction here?
No.
Then no.
Very good. Yes. Petrified people that have died. There's lingering magic within the stonework itself that we can use. Don't worry, it's no longer cannibalistic in nature, if you are concerned about that. They're dead. And they're not even people anymore, they're stone.
I can understand that.
I've had to come to terms with.
You
I
eat
mean,
people.
they're
That's
dead.
like
I mean, look at them, they're dead.
They're not using it. Said every necromancer ever. So, they take all of these items over to the cauldron and then grab out what looks like a very large club that's made out of granite that's very smooth on the edges and starts churning and breaking all of the components and grinding them together. So, the potions are going to run you 75 gold apiece. For the health potions, of course. And he just nods his head at the three of them he just made in front of you, somehow.
What quality of health potion?
The ones that'll make you a little healthier?
No, I mean like just regular or greater or.
Well, they're the common ones. Unless
Common
you
ones?
have a
Okay.
little time to wait, it should take me about 2 or 3 days to make the other ones.
Well,
These
we'll
ones,
probably.
luckily, I had most of the components together.
Yeah. Yeah.
The common lore.
75, you say?
Yes, a piece.
Yeah, that's I understand, scarcity and whatnot, but that's a little higher than I'm used to paying.
Really?
What about 65? I mean, you just
He
made
can-
them. It didn't look very hard.
It's hard gathering those specific materials.
Yeah, that's what the money's for.
Roll me a persuasion.
While this haggling is happening, just pan over to Moose, who is picking up fingers and eyes like it's a fucking candy shop.
That one's actually
Yes.
made out of saltwater taffy.
I don't know if I don't think I had guidance up because I'm talking to this guy.
Yeah, so only a 14.
Don't I have
Advantage.
advantage because of
Potions.
my
You have
Legend-
advantage after you've done dealings for the first time.
I don't know,
You
I
have to
thought
deal
it
with
was
them
just-
once.
Oh,
Nope.
Okay.
You have good dealings with them one time. The next time you come through, you always have advantage. It's, hey, I'm a repeat customer. That's the perk. But yeah, 14. Smiles at you. I think 70 is the best we will do for that price.
That's fair. That's where I
No.
wanted to go, but if I had said 70, you would have went up.
I would have, yes.
Deal.
Wonderful. So you're paying 70 apiece, so that's 210 gold for 3 potions.
I'll pay for one.
Yeah, I'll take one.
No. As they are grinding the petrified limbs together with the tongue of a pincer boar and other select random oddities in the shop, they then take whatever is inside of this, place it onto the table in a mostly ground up powdery form, and then pour a thick silvery looking liquid on top of it all, and then starts rolling through it, making what looks almost like dough and kneading it together. This
I was going to say I've never seen anyone make anything in this particular fashion. It's fascinating.
my grandmother taught me, and her grandmother taught her, and then her grandfather taught her. We've kept
Very cool.
these dealings and trades in the family for a long time. Thank you. You know, a lot of people don't seem to understand it. But
I'm very tied to the traditions of my family as well. It's very grounding. It gives you roots.
it does. And a sense of pride. But anyways, they pick up the large, very heavy gray dough and slam it on the table loudly, where it kind of like flattens out mostly. And they seem to have needed about 10 pounds of this dough. Well, this I will sell to you for 600 gold. It has enough for, I think, 10 people to eat from it. You eat the raw dough, and after you're done, the next day, you will have a stronger fortitude about your body. One that is harder to penetrate.
Hmm.
You're sanifying the skin, aren't you?
That
What'd you say, Moose?
Moose is still like picking out like different digits. So like you're gonna stonify the skin, aren't you?
It does something similar. It closes the pores and hardens the outer follicles around the skin so that it's harder to break it through mundane means.
Moose turns back to the party. I recommend buying an exfoliator.
yeah.
He pulls out a rod. It has a little scrubby at the end.
Just go
I
to the
told
beach.
you guys, man. We look around. Look at this crazy shit down here.
Moose walks up to the counter holding a bag of fingers and 2 eyes.
Are you getting petrified limbs or still functioning?
No, I'm getting petrified ones. I'm just gonna animate it.
Okay, so you don't want the squishy ones. Okay, cool. They look at
I
the
want
bag.
Squishy, weak.
How many digits and eyes did you pick up?
Well, I'm picking up 2 thumbs,
Thumbs.
random assortment of fingers.
I need a number.
At least 8.
Okay, so that's 10.
Yeah, 10.
Any eyes?
And 1 eye.
1 eye. Okay. The eye is 5 gold. The fingers are 2 golds apiece. So that's 25 gold. 25 gold, please.
I reach into the bag, pull out 2 platinum and 5 gold for this wonderful shopkeeper.
Thank you. Thank you. And they take the digits and place it into a small, concealed little baggie, and then hands the baggie over to you. It's made out of a felted material, and he smiles as you like open it up, and you don't see anything in the bag, but the moment you put your hand in there, you feel them. Apparently, the bag keeps the items hidden from the mundane eye. This is illegal shit.
Yeah. Moose looks at the shopkeeper and says, "This isn't extra dimensional, right?"
No, it isn't. It just has a reflective nature. It does not absorb any light at all. I called it vertebra.
Oh,
Oh my.
you goddamn idiot. No, and then he looks back. For all intents and purposes, this is stone, correct?
With magical properties imbued into it. Mostly those of a lively nature.
This could be animated, correct? And I wiggle my hands around, or fingers, just like.
If you are trying to use them for necromantic purposes, he's going to insight you.
I wiggle
need
my
to-
mechanical hands around.
If you're talking about necromantic purposes, I would not recommend you use those fingers. I'm not sure if any of them belong to left hands. Religion check, all three of you.
Religion.
Yeah. However, if you just plan on using it as a fashioning device,
I'm consistent today.
yeah, you are. Around 10-ish. Around 10-ish. If you're using it mostly for ornate properties or anything else like that, sure, yes. But for necromantic reasons, I highly recommend you do not. 16, Moose. You've heard other mouse folks dealing in a type of magic that if you take the left hand of a murderer, you could animate it into a evil hand that would try to kill things. But you can't really control them. They're just hands that murder. So if you were to try to animate this like a necromancer, it would be a murderous thumb.
Murder finger.
Yeah, just wiggling
I
its
will
way
never
towards you.
lose a thumb war.
Menacingly.
I
It like
will
goes
never-
up your nose. Just
Oh no, not the wet willy.
no.
I'm never gonna lose a thumb war.
But yes. And of course, if you do anything like that, you did not get it from here.
Thinks to himself for a moment. Fashion accessory.
So yes. Would you like the stoned bread?
It was how much?
Yeah, Moose. It's
600.
600 gold. You should pay, do party funds. We can each take a handful and we'll have some leftovers. I guess we'll have enough for everybody to have two doses.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's only 10 in total and there's 6 of you.
6. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah, there.
Yeah.
Well, don't. Everybody gets one at least.
Yeah.
Some leftovers.
Very good.
Honestly, I don't need to eat it.
So,
Well, then that's 2 for everyone.
if you guys would remove the 600 from the party loot, he will hand you over the bread or the dough. Keep in mind, if you do end up cooking it, it turns into a brick of stone. So,
We're being fed some men.
This is like magical,
Kind of.
right? So if we keep it, it'll be okay, or is the dough gonna dry out? Do we have to use it within a certain amount of time?
I would use it within a week or so. If not,
Okay.
just try to rehydrate it a little bit. Sprinkle in maybe half a cup of water and re-knead it.
Yeah, this is weird. All right. Never encountered this kind of thing, but thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all. Wonderful customers. So nice.
Well, if we're ever back in town, we'll have to stop by.
Of
Yes.
course.
Actually, let me ask you this: what's the craziest thing you got in the shop right now?
Nobody's
Kinda know.
crazy.
No, like an item you have in the shop. You got a lot of stuff. Just like, what's the wildest item? Just pick
Crazy
some off the
off.
top of your head and tell me about it.
Crazy is often used as a slang term for most interesting.
That would be the screaming snowman. Would you like to see it?
Yes, this sounds crazy.
They go
This
over
is
towards
Exactly
the
what I'm
back
talking
wall.
about.
Casimir, do you want to be coming over at this point so you can join them?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Alright. You've never been to this creepy shop before, but hey, that person looks kind of like surface normal. Huh.
Weird.
They look
Kevin.
over at you and goes, "Oh, hello."
A little bit creepy.
Yeah, he's with
just
us.
And stuff.
Oh, very well. You can join us as well. We're going to go look at the screaming snowman.
Yeah.
The what?
I
He
don't know, man, let's
opens
go.
up. He goes over to the back wall, begins unlocking about 7 locks on the outside in order to open it up, and opens the door and gestures for all of you to enter in. None of you can see anything past the door frame, and Moose, because you have that little baggie, you notice the Vertiblack is laced around the door frame to block all light from entering in.
Guess that's not obey the laws of physics.
All right, now I'm
No, it
a
does
little
not.
weirded out.
Because fantasy!
I'm gonna take
What's up with this, man?
like loop Sebastian's arm and go in.
All right.
What's up with that?
No.
He immediately, after the two of you go in there by yourself, closes the door and looks over at the other two.
Are they gonna die?
Probably not.
They'll be fine.
Raina and Sebastian, it is pitch black in here. You can't see anything at all.
It's fucked up.
You've wanted to see it.
Well, clearly I'm not seeing anything.
I'm going to dancing lights.
The 3 lights illuminate in a very small hue. And Casimir and Moose, you two are still on the outside with the shopkeep, as the 2 of them are back there. You don't see them. You don't hear them. Raina, as you ignite that, you see there is a ton of these boxes in here. Most of them are covered in cloth. There's 2 cages, medium-sized. Like, up to about your stomach in height. And directly in front of you is a large bird-like mouth that is about the size of your torso plus your head, with these incredibly large teeth just dangling directly in front of your face. I need you to give me a charisma save. Both
Oh
of
yeah,
you.
because I'm good. Because I'm good at those.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
It's just hear muffled screaming in the background. They're doing fine.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Does Sebastian have an
Jesus.
aura?
Yeah, you got a +4.
31. Yeah, you get
Okay.
+4.
So 13.
So Sebastian looks at it, and Raina, you immediately go, and the
Fucking
two
weird.
of you hear that as he immediately drops and starts slapping his knee, laughing. Then he opens the door quickly, Raina, as you freaked out for a second. The thing's not moving. It's not moving. It's a
There's, like,
taxidermy.
And there's like hands on the like going for the glaive, like
And the shopkeep is just hysterically laughing at you. Got them. Oh, sorry.
That was
I always have to
Fucking
try.
awesome. That's exactly what I asked for.
See? Screaming snowman.
This guy.
Moose looks at the
Sebastian
man.
just
I
gets punched
see
in the
now.
arm.
I didn't do it. Jeez.
You're laughing.
Well, because I literally asked him, what is the craziest thing in here? And that shit was crazy.
I am so sorry, but you all seem to have a good sense of humor about you.
It was
was great.
great. It just you
Ah.
almost lost a taxidermy piece. That's all.
It wouldn't be the first time. But anyways,
Uh,
yes, that is it.
There's a good chance we'll be, coming back through this way or whatnot.
Hope
So
so.
maybe we'll
I
be
heard-
back.
I heard humor was a good way to connect with customers for long-term investment.
Oh, you seem all right.
We should. We should
And brew
get,
up those other potions, because we definitely are always buying potions, man.
we should get
always.
Liara next time.
I'm in. He just smiles. No idea who the fuck she is, but
Yeah, most Doc Ock's his way over to the register,
Mhm.
and I see Reyna is reacting to the image.
It just the mental image is just
Moose, however, to be fair, that is an abyssal turkey.
I haven't looked in.
Okay.
I've been out there with him. I just been like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But with her light,
just
you can
didn't-
see now. Just
Mhm.
abyssal turkey.
terrifying.
To everybody else, it is a
Minor
vra. But yes, in the abyss, those are turkeys. Plus 4.
PTSD
All right.
episode.
Oh, I'm so happy Moose wasn't the first one in there. I might have felt bad.
Immediately set the shop on fire.
There's just an implosion, and like that's it. Everyone's dead.
Fuck this shit. I'm done with all of this dumb.
Magnified gravity, the shop crumbles around him.
You're all going out with me.
All right. Well, that was a fun little side thing.
Yes.
Just got to do something to acclimate to the new surroundings. That's what you got to
Yes.
do when you make port.
Of course. Well,
Yeah,
I look
that's-
forward to having you all back here again. Take care.
Before Moose leaves, he drops off 2 platinum with a note that says, "Thank you for the good time."
Smiles and nods at you. The 2 platinum, however, he pockets. Everything else he put over inside of a drawer that he kept money in.
Mm-hmm.
I
All right.
mean, that is
They
what
accept
a tip
tips.
is for.
Yeah, he accepts tips. But anyways, you all wander back out into the streets. Casimir, for once, you have a slight buzz. This is one of the only things that can make you feel tipsy.
Hope you
Other than
bought,
drinking like an entire cask of high-grade ale.
I want to buy a lot of these.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you
Pure
get like
ethanol.
a barrel or something for the road? A little cask, put it under your arm.
Would you like to?
Yes, as much as I can carry.
12 gold.
Done.
It's 2 gold for your tankards. I assume you had 2 of them, 1 gold apiece. 10 gold for a cask. And it's a good 10-pound cask, you know, one that you can throw under your one arm while moving, and you'll be okay.
Can I get enough to fill a water skin?
That would be a water skin is a gallon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to guess how many pints. How many pints are in a gallon, guys? One of you is smart.
Pints is
8.
8, right?
Yeah.
8 gold. And if you were wondering, you don't need to feed from your allies if you feed from this. They harvest it from living creatures that are willing. Hey, you gotta make ends meet somehow, right?
No, it's Carl.
God damn it, Carl, what are you doing? Do I have to check Facebook or Discord?
So, I named the meme I made something interesting. I named it Dr. Octopus.
Put that in your horrors.
That's not bad.
I can't.
Hey, I've been here long enough that my mere presence and creative willingness is a horror in of itself.
That it is. That it is. Oh, jeepers. So anyways, you guys have 3... Oh, I love those first 2 movies. The other ones are god awful.
I sing
Yeah, go
that
for
to
it.
my peepers all the time.
Oh! That's not creepy at all. Anyways, Sebastian, before you left, did you want to commission him to make you more potions for when you come back through next time?
I thought he said he was gonna. I mean,
Well, yeah, you have to commission them though. Like that, he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I skipped ahead past that. So
we just figured that if he made them, we'd definitely buy them when we came through. But I don't know.
he
Given
makes
our
them as they're getting
teleportation,
bought. Yeah.
so he doesn't. Because I was just saying, it'd be a good idea to get together the stuff you need to make them.
Everything in his shop, Moose and Liara could tell, is like 80% complete, but not complete. Everything. So if you want him to complete and keep these things specifically for you, you have to commission that to happen. Pretty much you pay 50% now, and then you pay the other 50% when you pick it up.
Yeah.
We just don't know if we're exactly going to be.
Well, that's the thing. With
Yeah.
with Liara's ability to teleport us, I have a feeling like we're gonna get to where we're going to do what we need to do, and then teleport out from there,
Maybe, yeah. I
and
mean,
then probably come back to the Underdark at some point, but maybe not. I don't know.
but then you have to take notes. Ugh.
I am taking the notes. But
If we come back, we should be able to hang out for a few days. We can commission
Okay.
them then.
You guys have a wizard who can teleport. You have open access to the map. Just
well,
Go.
I want to ask. So if I commission the potions, what kind of level are we talking?
he is capable of making greater and common. He can't make
Greater and
superior.
common. Okay, he can't make superior. But what's a greater run?
Graders are typically 150, so he would be charging 175. And you'd pay half of that up front. But with your good business deal feature, it'd probably be like 160. So you'd pay 80 now, 80 when you come back next time.
Jeez.
Yeah. They're better, but they're only a
They're
little
better.
Yeah.
What's my gold situation? That's fine. All right, so I will give him 8 platinum. I will. All right. So I'd like you to get working on actually 2. Do it 2 greater healing potions. I'll be back for those. I don't know when. I'm telling you, I'll be back for those.
That'll be 120 gold. Right. No. It'd be 160 gold to commission him
so
to make
16 platinum.
Yeah.
So I
Easy enough.
deducted that.
Cool. Very well. I'll make them up and I'll hide it in the rock's mouth.
Well, they better not get destroyed if somebody destroys that thing. Be careful.
Very well.
'Cause you said it happened before.
Well, they decapitated it. Then I had to
That's
clean
right
up
where
the
my
urine.
potions are.
I was
Oh, it was
making
the full one?
I was making a joke about a circumstance that we shared with one another that builds a better bond and kinship.
Fine, that's cool. I'm just making sure. I don't want to come back and you'd be like, "Oh man, the weirdest thing happened. Some dude smashed your potions with a mace."
That's fair. I'll put it
Or
on a
blew them
high
up.
shelf.
Either way, we're good.
Okay.
Be back at some point.
Jesus Christ.
So, thanks a lot.
All right. So, you're all now leaving the shop. And that is why I wanted to be hey, I have things planned in some shops, just not all of them.
It was fantastic. I love it.
Oh, I've been waiting for the snowman joke for so long. I was really hoping it would get Casimir, but no. Because he's
That
super
room would
pale.
be-
Like, it's, snowman.
that room would be destroyed if it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the hope. Like, it would be hilarious. Shops haunted, lights a match, shops haunted. It just. But anyways, you're all now complete. Casimir is a little tipsy. What is tipsy Casimir like? This is the first they get to see this.
Ooh, what is? I don't know. Probably a bit more just up front.
Oh
And
wow.
probably if you do look at them wrong, it probably will be more likely to fight.
More likely to fight?
More likely to fight, which is surprising.
That is wonderful. So yes, you guys have your preparation dough, a few potions, and the city of Dryard at your disposal. With the idea that the creature tunneled its way all the way to Ashmore Lazi, and the tunnel that it was in is completely flooded and filled with water now. I think while you guys figure out what you're going to go do, this is where we'll go ahead and go on break. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, do not forget that you, yes you, can like, comment, and subscribe if you want to support this content and help all of us to continue to grow. It's the very least you could do since you're consuming this content to begin with. It helps us out tremendously and allows us to, spread our word further out so that we don't have to raise our prices in any of our games every year if we can get enough ad revenue from YouTube and other things like that. In addition to that, if you want to support us directly through that, you can go ahead and become a member here on our YouTube channel. If you love any of our creepy, weird, or just chaotic NPCs, become an NPC lover. You get some really bitchin' emotes. Jessica, if you want to show off any of those bitchin' emotes, feel free to do that. But yes, in addition to all of that, if you want to join our community and join us in our Discord server, you can join us through Patreon down in the link in the description below. That also gets you on our waiting list, so if you are interested, be sure to tell me. Where last we left off, the party had finished looking at the atrocity they committed against that one poor little tree. You all wandered the town for a little bit, realizing, hey, we've never been here. We're pretty sure we didn't buy them out of all of their stocks of healing potions. Maybe they have some. Whereupon investigation, Casimir got giddy for the first time in a while and realized that he can buy one of the only alcoholic beverages in existence that can make a vampire tipsy without drinking way too fucking much of it. So, of course, he was like, hey guys, let's go get it. And then he just went himself because none of you want to day drink with him, apparently. Rude. Anyways. After that, you went across the street to a shop, a very creepy looking shop called The Listening Ghost. That had a seemingly mundane and normal looking shopkeep. Though a little quirky, considering where you are down here. Not very abnormal compared to everywhere else that you've seen so far in the Underdark. And after commissioning them for some potions, they very happily took them, asked you all a few questions about yourselves, and engaged with you on a very professional yet lighthearted manner. Afterwards, you express that you're interested in something a bit more unique, something that could help you against fighting something that can cut your skin up with its breath. And he thought, yeah, sure, I could make something like that for you real quick. Whip it up all nice for you, get it together, and you'll be okay. Well, he whipped it up for you. Moose noticed that one of the components in making this kneaded bread, or dough, I keep calling it bread. It's not bread until you bake it, it's dough. Is petrified bits of humanoids, which he assures you is not cannibalistic at all. You can trust him. He's a professional. And of course, you were all like, yeah, fine, whatever, we'll buy it. After taking all of that, you asked, hey, what's the weirdest thing in the shop? As I finally got to play one of my pranks on the party, where he asked you if you've ever seen a screaming snowman, and escorted you both into the back room, where the first thing you were confronted with a massive taxidermied rock right in front of your faces that did cause Reyna, for the first time ever to the party's knowledge, to scream in horror as, you weren't expecting it. And there you go. That is the screaming snowman, Reyna. Luckily, everything was very lighthearted about the whole situation. It wasn't Casimir, who would have burnt the entire fucking shop to the ground. Or Moose, who probably would have done the same. So, you all left, commissioned a few extra potions that he will immediately get on and store for you all as best as he can, just making sure they will be available. He tells you it'll take him at least a week to get all of the potions done, and that's if he works every day like he's been doing, which isn't that bad considering you bought a bunch of greater potions from him. But yeah, actually no, that'd be 2 weeks. You guys got 7, right? I'd say 2 weeks is what it would take.
9 total.
9 total? 2.5 weeks. I'd give it 2.5 weeks, give or take,
Odds are good we aren't going to be back through here right away. Just kind of get these, irons in the fire.
So, afterwards, you all walked with one another, heading over towards that pool of water that was tunneled through by this brown dragon abomination that was in the city. And as you're all standing over this pool of water, contemplating your life decision, I think this is where you all wish to roleplay and come to a conclusion, correct?
I wanted to clarify one thing.
Yes, sir.
So you had mentioned the paladin spells that I use don't recharge, and I should go by my paladin level spell slots to determine which spell slots don't recharge.
That is correct. So what level of paladin are you?
I'm 7, so basically that would mean that my first and second level spell slots don't recharge, but all my third level spell slots do.
Not exactly.
Because those are the only spell slots I'm not eligible for as a 7th level paladin. But since I have those levels in sorcerer, I do get them.
Off the top of anybody's head, do any of you know the paladin page in the player's handbook? I think it's in the 80s.
Have it right here.
82.
It is 82.
Yep. Okay, so look at the spell list for 7th level paladins. 4 of your firsts, 3 of your seconds.
Yeah,
those are what do not charge while you are down here.
That's just clarifying, but I have 3 third level.
Yes, those will recharge because...
Okay. I was just clarifying because I can use like sorcery points to turn third levels or points into lower levels.
Yeah, I think this is really not going to affect you so long as you're smart about it. So yeah.
I was just clarifying that that's how you envisioned it because I was like, so I get all my highest level spells? That is actually not that bad.
No, it isn't.
I wanted to clarify.
The feature of the Underdark that spiritual individuals who gain their spells through that do not recharge those spells because they have no direct connection to divinity down here. It's supposed to be challenging without being debilitating. That's the point of it. So
I was just clarifying. I didn't want to take too much time.
No worries.
Making sure that it worked the way I thought it did, and it wasn't just sort of like all my spell slots are just halved or something. So it's moving on. Don't want to take any more time.
All right. So the 4 of you are now, or the 6, but the other 2 aren't here, are looking down at the water hole.
No.
Yeah, I just got this new armor, and I'm gonna sink like a stone.
It might not be rust resistant.
I mean, we could swim, and it's probably the right choice because it's where it went, but I don't want to.
Is there?
We kind of know where it's going.
What were you saying,
right?
Moose?
Is it literally just a? What's the best way to put this? Is it literally just a underwater pathway?
Yes, it is what the dragon tunneled that flooded with water for some reason. Which is why people think it connects to Ashmore Lazi, because that's where all of the water down in this area comes from.
Yeah, so we travel, non-tunnel to where all the water comes from, and then we go in the water. Or whatever. I think that sounds like a good plan. Let's try to find a guide or a map or something. There's probably a road.
I'll pop my head back into the Whispering Ghost. Pardon, do you happen to know if there's a guide who would take us to Ashmore Lazi?
Oh, Ashmore. They have a lovely spa over there. Really opens up the pores. It's fantastic. But yes, a guide? Johnny owes me a favor. maybe you can compensate me for cashing in the favor?
Sounds reasonable. How
How much
much
does
of
a
a
guide-
favor is it?
Well, I mean, it's dangerous
like-
to traverse anywhere outside of these cities down here.
Well, there's like a big
Oh.
favor, and then there's like a favor.
Yo-
Favor.
He owes me a pretty big favor,
Hmm.
and it's fine. I have no other use for him, so... How much does a guide usually cost anyways? I've never commissioned one.
Well, usually
I would know this.
I will roll survival and see if I know.
Reyna, why would you know this? You have guarded escorts everywhere you need to go for your political dealings.
You know, like a guy
They
who
don't
can take you to a
pay people to
place.
escort you. They just take people to bring you there. That's, yeah, we'll send a small militia with you. Okay. Like, that's what you're
It's
used
true.
to.
I am a small militia, but
Yeah. Well, back then you weren't. Back then you were just a small squad. So,
Mhm.
So what would be the roll?
So yeah,
survival.
I rolled a 12 to try to remember or realize what it
So-
costs to have a guy take you to a place.
Casimir, you don't know. You've never asked for one. You just fucking go places, and if you get there, you get there. You know,
Yeah, or
like,
just like toss some bags of gold. It's just here, just do it.
yeah.
Moose literally just
Well,
looks down the street.
You only need a guide if you know where you're going. He's just going, man. He's on a mission.
What were you doing, Moose?
Moose literally just looks down the street to see if he can't find a sign that says "Guide will pay." Guide for insert money.
Oh, well, an easier thing. See, your folk actually have commissioned people to safeguard them out into the world. Quite a lot, since natively they are very terrified of going out into the world by themselves and they need protection. Judging on the difficulty and intensity of the location, you're looking at, for 20 miles, probably like 40 gold. And that's if the expectation is guide, not defending you. If it's defending you, which this party probably doesn't need to pay for, let's be real, you're looking at a lot.
Moose saunters his way over. For a guide, 40 gold.
Very well. You pay me 30 and I'll call in the favor. Sounds good to me, right?
Wait, so you call in the favor and then we still pay him 40 to guide us?
No, you pay me 30 and he does me a favor by guiding you.
All right, just clarifying. I thought maybe the favor was you getting us in touch with this person.
No, that would be a really shitty favor.
Yes, it would.
Yes.
Moose digs around in the bag and picks up some gold for him.
All right. 40 gold on the counter, and he swipes it all up and then
30
puts it in
gold.
his 30 gold. Oh yeah, he sweeps it and puts it in his pocket and then floats over towards the doorway and gestures for all of you to come out. Let me just close up real quick and we'll go see him immediately. You all leave the shop. He closes it, locks it with only a single key that's around his neck, and then continues to float down the street with all of you. You all are moving directly over towards some guards, all of which are sitting down at a table playing bone dice, just recreational. A good game. Each of the bones has a number on each of its 4 sides. You roll them, try to get different combinations of numbers to win against your opponent. It's a fun game. But yeah, as you all are moving and go over to the 3 guards, he stops. Have any of you seen Johnny? Here I am. You see the limping goblin? Hey. Oh. What happened to your leg? creepy dragon thing. Oh. Are you okay walking? Oh yeah, it barely even hurts. I thank you for the painkillers. That's what you needed them for. Okay. He turns to you guys. Not going to lie, I feel a little uncomfortable asking him.
Yeah, it's fine. It's only 17 miles. You'll be fine.
He's gonna do it?
That's Johnny. He knows the pathway.
Hell yeah. Johnny's cool.
Johnny,
Hey,
Yeah. he's
Johnny,
good.
you wanna like ride on my shoulders?
He looks at you. What the hell are you guys I'm on duty. The 3 guards look over at him.
Hey man,
No,
you
you're
can
not.
be on duty and like not be hobbling. Well, it'll probably speed things up anyway.
we're going after the
Doing
dragon thing
both of
that
us a
took your
favor.
leg.
Well, why didn't you start with that? He goes over to Sebastian and starts trying to climb up his armor.
Fuck
Just-
yeah. Pick him up.
And the 3 guards just shake
Flop
their
on
head.
there.
Yeah, please take him away from us. Yeah, he's going to get himself hurt.
He's gonna be alright though. He's only got 1 leg. Like that's gonna throw off the fucking piggyback situation.
If
Meanwhile,
anything, it makes
Moose
it easier. Yeah, Moose.
Well, no, he's
Meanwhile-
he's off balance.
Moose has already like brought out the spare leg. Just oh,
Nice.
Remember, Moose can do that. He can make a prosthetic limb.
You've got to counterbalance because I'm thinking like if you put a guy on your shoulders, he's got legs on either side of your head. If he's missing a leg, he's gonna fall
He's
off.
Oh,
not a
dude.
board.
He's small. He's a goblin. He can sit on one shoulder with only one
Alright.
leg. It's easy.
All right, then
He's
we're
riding
good.
side saddle.
Yeah. Like a
I mean,
princess.
I'm just remembering, my daughter's small and she's still like, either side of my fucking shoulders.
Are you as big as Sebastian?
No.
Okay, like Sebastian's a big dude, like broad at minimum.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah. I'll allow
look
it
at those shoulder pauldrons. You're telling me a goblin can't fit on those?
easily. Yeah, he has to like hold your head, and that's all. Like he holds onto your head, and the missing leg dangles, and you're fine.
I love the fact that I worded it as spare leg.
I mean, at this point, we come to expect it. I'm surprised you didn't try buying one. Well, I was going to cash in my favor for all of those pain medications you acquired.
He gets those anyway.
Oh yeah, of course. I already made and gave them to him, but under the pretense he would owe me a favor, and this is it. Yeah, no problem. I'll go over there and fuck him up. One of the guards stands up and marches directly up to him. You fucking drugged us, didn't you? That's why we fell asleep on the job.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, I never did that.
Going to like rise.
I trust him.
Like,
Let's
I'm
go.
going to like
Yeah,
Like-
Moose.
kind of like tiptoeing with the arms, just and then proceeds to climb up. Like you've seen a spider monkey.
Yeah.
Like really long arms, just right behind the goblin. And I'm just going to say, "Did you?"
He turns to you. They kept denying me every time I went to apply for the job. I wanted to prove I'm just as good as them, and well, that day I actually beat them in the course.
He's good.
The one guy's like, no, this little shit actually fucking did that. And then he draws out his short sword.
Can we deal with this whenever we get back?
Excuse me? And he attempts to shove you. Reyna, do whatever you do.
I will just stand. Like, I won't be moved. I'm just like...
Oh, opposed athletics. Cool. Oh, wow. He rolled a 2. For a total of 5.
I can't roll less than that.
I know. He shoves against you, and somehow he
I just
gets
wanna see
pushed
what I
back a
will
little
roll.
bit. Okay, yeah. He pushes back a little bit and goes, fucking hell. Then he actually looks like he's about to swing, but for some reason, one of the other guys grabs his arm and nods at Casimir, and they all back off.
And Rain will give him a big smile, too. So there's the...
But watch yourself, guy. Johnny just goes, I'll see you when I report to duty when I get back, right? Yep. You're not
Moose
a
is-
fucking guard. See you guys. Let's move.
Moose has like been on the shoulder. Like, imagine if a person was standing straight on somebody's shoulder. That's what it looks like.
Mhm.
What the fuck is going on?
I can explain on the journey. All right, all of you, have a good one. I'll see you when you get back. Then he floats back to the shop. And Johnny will be your escort over to the Ashmore Lazi. Yeah, I actually got family out there. Really nice folks. A few generations removed, though. They breathe underwater and stuff. Pretty nice.
Gilbins. Gilbins.
Gilbins. Yeah, actually, that's what we call them. Yeah, Gilbins. How'd you know?
Comfortable guess.
Yeah.
Here to explain all of that back there.
Okay, cool. So, like, in this town, they like to keep different groups under different professions. The Drow kind of have the lockdown on the guard. You know, they only hire other people and stuff like that, and they
know
allow
a
me to
guy.
apply. Yeah, and like I've been
Pricks.
dedicated. I've been applying for the past 3 years, mind you. I'm 9. Like, I've been applying for the past 3 years. For him, that's
Oh,
fully
you're older
matured.
than me.
Goblins are fully matured by the age of 5. And
You've
like,
really been going for it.
yeah, right? Like, this is my passion. I want to protect my home. And
You have
like,
dedicated like half your life to
A
the
third.
defense.
well, I mean, I'm gonna live until I'm 50, but you know, just
Oh,
Uh,
well, so
you're third
far.
of your life so far.
yeah, right? Like, and like, I'm so motivated. Like, I want to help our people, and I love our city. And they always just laugh at me and shit. And the rule is, whenever there's a new running for guards, you have to go to the academy course, and you need to be topped 100 on the course. So he itches his face a little bit. I kind of got a favor for some pain meds that make you really sleepy, and I may have bought them around at the tavern, and they all woke up late, so I came in position 102 that year, which is better. It's progress. I need to come up with a different idea.
While
can-
he's go ahead.
I can show you a few moves to train with to get faster and stronger.
He looks down at his missing leg.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, this was pre.
He's now at 50%
Excellent.
capacity.
There's Midas guards who are missing limbs.
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. What were you saying, Moose?
while
You're
while this explanation is going on, Moose has like been dangling off of Sebastian's other shoulder with his arms, and has been like affixing shit to the stub.
Oh my! You're trying to make him mobile while mobile. Okay.
I'm trying to give him a prosthetic.
All right. Yeah, he's like
Motherfucker
looking at you
has
strangely.
passion.
Yeah. He's like, hey, don't worry, guys. I mean, I'm gonna keep trying, right? Just always gotta try. You know, one of these days they'll see. I'll become the captain one day. Those
Yeah.
guys are probably gonna beat me up though. I think I could take the little one. And you guys
Can
think
I-
back, and you didn't like compared to your group. You don't know who the little one was. They were all smaller than all of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I see what Moose is doing?
Moose, describe what you were doing.
So basically, he effectively took what can only amounted to iron clamps that have been like affixed to the skin and with the iron plate that he's put in front of the stump. I was like, this is gonna hurt a lot.
What's your spell save DC? Doesn't matter,
16.
He passes out.
I look
Kinda
behind
made
me.
our
Is
guide
it a
conscious?
Is it a straight road?
Whoa, what happened to our
the
guy?
road you're currently on is a straight road. Yeah.
Do I see Moose doing anything? With the
Yeah.
14?
He opened up 2 clamps and clamped them onto the stump, and you heard a little, and then a scream, and then now
What?
he's sleeping.
Moose, this is
This
our
is not a
guy.
medical procedure.
Yeah, but he's supposed to show us where we need to go.
It's a straight road.
For now.
I'll wake him up.
Can you do that?
Take the 3rd left
Well.
down the road.
Oh, see? He's a great guy.
He's so good at it, he can do it in his sleep.
Moose proceeds
Wow.
to rummage around for an iron rod.
Oh God, yeah.
All right. Well,
Takes out a small blowtorch.
I got some javelins and a spear.
I have all the scrap I need. How do you think I made these?
Scrap.
And he
Alright.
wiggles the hands.
Well,
I will say
think you
a
wanted to
bolt
use your
falls
good
off
stuff.
of one of your hands. It's
They're not
mostly
foolproof.
still fine.
Look,
Now you
this
have
thing
extra
is
scrap.
right. Fine, and he like
We're good.
thanks you. Right, fine, and he like reaches towards you, Sebastian, for one of the javelins.
Yeah, here you go. I don't need them anymore because I've got an axe that comes back.
You've been holding on to this for that long.
Whoa, I mean, they're still good javelins. What am I gonna do? Leave them in the side of the road?
Okay. How does a javelin react to the iron bark?
The iron bark. I mean, it rips. The iron bark rips through the what do you call it?
Steel.
The wood. And it if you were to grind it against the metal, would saw through it.
Why am I
Like
such a
the bark
buzzsaw?
saws through the spear, just to be make sure you understand. Like the bark is
so
way
I'm
sharper.
basically going to chop it into a couple sets of pieces. Just like I'll hold on to this. Solders on half of the javelin.
Mm-hmm. Now he has a pointy
Where did
knee.
I place the knee mechanism?
I'm gonna say
think
for
he's
the
gonna-
lulz, roll me a d2.
I have a feeling you're going to give this poor man a peg leg.
Are you gonna put it on the right way?
You do. You test it, and luckily it bends in the proper direction. I was going to have it be backwards to like bend outwards. He'd be really good at jumping, and he'd just like pogo everywhere with the leg.
Let's see.
You
So,
might, you might have a chance next year.
Did he just jump over all of us?
Literally just like shoves the other half of the javelin.
Oh.
Does anyone have a shoe? Or a block of wood?
I have a torch.
Yeah, I've got torches.
Can somebody tie the torches together?
Yeah, and I got a little bit of rope and some. I'll tie them together.
I'm going to use the iron bark fingers. By the way, yes, iron bark fingers.
Mhm.
And I'm going to like start literally sculpting the bundle of torches into the rough shape of a foot.
Okay.
There's not going to be toe digits. It's just going to be
Solid.
solid, yeah. And I'm just gonna like the pointed end of the javelin itself is sticking into the Porch leg.
So you stuck him with the pointy end.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm following. I almost thought it would be a boot knife for a second, but I'm here. Okay.
Well, if he ever loses the leg, it's a boot knife.
True. He takes it off.
Sorry, I have a GIF that I really want to show, but for later. Oh, and it's essentially going to be a strap dash prosthetic leg that probably won't last. It won't last forever. I'll tell them that.
Around the time you are done crafting this new leg and attaching it to him properly, you have to do one last twist of it, like magically surging into all of the sensory nerves. Thank you. All of the nerves in the leg itself, and immediately he goes I
made you a leg.
Oh, thank you. What the fuck? What? Wait, what? Does it work?
Try moving it.
Roll me a Tinkerer's check utilizing intelligence.
Fuck it. This
Now-
is funny enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Okay. Now, are you using one of your invocations, or are you just trying to tinker a prosthetic leg?
I can make a minor magical artifact. Not an invocation. But I know how to invest magic into an item.
Right. Okay, cool. So it's not one of your dedicated, these are my magic items. This is something you are permanently crafting. So go ahead and roll.
21.
He kind of like gingerly climbs down Sebastian and like with still holding onto the belt, touching the prosthetic leg to the ground. Hey, can you stop walking for a second? And he BRB'd, so yeah, he'll stop. Then he like puts the full weight on it. Ha! Hey, it doesn't even hurt. A little tingly though. Is that normal?
Well, I did just also I'm gonna need to remove those, and he like unclamps it.
Ah!
The painkillers might be wearing off at some point.
Okay. Now he's starting to like one-legged hop back and forth, like jump roping. Hey, this is fun. Hey, dude, that is so cool. And then he like does one big jump and immediately shoots up into the ceiling and then slams back down.
Can I try to catch him?
Yeah, give me a dex save.
No, sometimes my genius frightens myself.
Ah!
That was a little way too
Wow! Ow! Pulls his hand away. Not really any blood, but 8 definitely didn't catch him. But oh, wow! Oh,
You wanted a new strategy.
this thing is so powerful. He goes over to a wall and full force swings his foot and chips the wall. I can take over the whole town.
You go, dude.
I will. Thank you. You guys are great. Wow. And now he's just like running back and forth up and down the tunnel. Ah, this is awesome. Oh, you guys are the coolest. God, this is so cool. Freaking awesome. Best thing happened to me. Yeah.
I'm just so amused. Like, it's like watching a child at play.
Yeah. Oh, he's having a blast. Ah, and he comes back over to you. So what do I owe you for the leg?
This was honestly more of an experiment on my part.
Wait, you've never done this before?
Permanently? No.
Could I have died?
Oh no. You could have lost a bit more of that stump.
A favor. You know what, man? He throws his arm over yours, only a few inches taller than you, Muse. When I become the captain of the guard of Dryard, whatever you need, man, you let me know. Just give me a few years. I should have it done by the time I'm 15. And he jumps all the way to the ceiling and touches it, like he's trying to calibrate the power in his leg.
What's
Moose
his name?
offhand.
Again?
Johnny.
Yeah,
I'm sad
Moose
none of you
off-
got the joke when he said, "Here I am."
Oh.
No,
Alright.
yeah, exactly. No, but hold on, Johnny of Dryard.
Johnny the Goblin. He now has a super leg.
That's what I just wrote down, Johnny the Goblin.
Don't forget his super leg. I think with that leg alone, he's... Yeah, I'll give him 1 level. He's had enough life experience to have a level in fighter. Just...
Nice.
I've successfully made a fighter out of a goblin.
Yeah. It's just like last campaign.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so-
neat. It is.
Mincemeat 2, Electric,
Oh,
Boogaloo.
God, this party loves their
Mince
goblins.
meter.
Mince
No,
meter.
but back in character,
Yeah.
Moose comments to himself, okay, I'll let my grandchildren know that.
Aw. So sad. I mean, but yeah. Alrighty. So, oh hey, cool. You guys didn't get tracked up yet. We already passed 1 left. We have 2 more, and then we have to turn down that way. Okay. There's a couple of things you guys need to be aware of while we're moving down here. If you hear a whistle, close your eyes. That's usually a breathing basilisk.
Oh my.
Yeah, they learned a way. They have this like hole on their forehead and like their nose that when they breathe in and out of makes a high-pitched whistle. Because apparently when people hear whistles, they turn to see what it is. And
Yeah.
So are we talking like,
basilisks have
Human?
evolved.
Jesus.
Are there a
talking
lot
like
of those down here?
What are you saying, Moose?
Are we talking like human whistling or wind through a crack whistling?
As in
Right.
no whistles.
15. All right, his performance isn't that bad. He's at a +1. This goblin has charisma. He then just like that.
So human whistling.
Reyna is going to keep that in mind, and it's gonna have casting darkness, like fucking ready for that
Nope.
shit.
None of us see. Fuck you. And yeah, there's a good amount of them on this side of the Underdark. I mean, if you go to the north side, they don't really have nearly as much of a problem with that, but they also do have a problem with the purple worms. So we don't deal with that so much. It's very rare for one of them to come this far out. Our stone's a lot hotter, and because it's denser, they don't really like it that much compared to the other stuff they can easily burrow.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a bunch of basilisks out here. He looks at all of you. Well, that guy has experience down here. Points at Casimir. Looks at you, Reyna. You probably have experience down here. The other 2, probably not, though, right?
That's racist.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you been down here before?
How's that a character, you asked?
Yeah.
Oh, Moose looks at him. No, I haven't.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I was in the Underdark once. It was in a pyramid.
You've been to one of the pyramids? Which one?
I don't know. The only one I ever saw.
That doesn't help me at all.
Well, it was just a pyramid.
And you don't know its name.
It's an upside down one.
I don't need a name.
It's something to do with a king?
That
Something
does
like that.
not narrow it down at all. Actually, it does a little bit. There's a lot of matriarchies in these pyramids.
Tear of the Fallen.
What?
Something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a
Something
bunch
to
of
do with that.
weird shit.
I think it was in, what was it, Ruins Farson's Delve? Something like
There's
that.
Del.
Marston's Weld.
Ah,
I
I've
don't
never heard of
remember.
that
What
one.
was a C? Sebastian, that's your job. It's NC.
Arson's Hell.
Arson's Hell? I know that place. Wait.
Huh?
He looks you. Aren't you a little young to go to places like that?
I'm only a year younger than you.
Listen, it's not important.
I mean, I'm sorry. Just trying to have light conversation with you guys. Didn't mean to offend you. Please don't take
Aw.
the leg back.
No,
I
Wouldn't
don't
do
think I
that.
can.
Oh, good.
but yeah, we're getting sidetracked on these
Right.
tangents.
Let's get back to the other things. All right, so the two of you already know. If you find yourselves thinking things that you usually don't think, tell someone. Everyone needs a buddy, okay? Like, if there's ever a thought that, like, you don't usually think, tell your buddy, okay?
I don't normally think about goblins, but you're here.
No, like, all right, so, like, none of you are murderous, right? Like, you don't think, like, hey, I should slit that person's throat from ear to ear on a regular basis.
No.
Okay, if you find yourself thinking like that, tell someone. Like, if a thought just hits you out of nowhere, tell someone. Okay?
But are you a cop?
No, we've had a bit of feral flayer issue recently.
Mind Flayer?
Moose would not have any idea. Casimir, however, please roll me a history check. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it has to be.
You're really good at this, though.
You get a +4.
Solid 0.
Never mind.
No, you said he gets a +4 for a
Oh.
total of 4.
I've saved you from total embarrassment.
Casimir,
Yeah, that did it.
Flayers. You are fairly certain that refers to a type of butcher that usually handles meat.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a Fletcher.
But they're feral for some reason. That's interesting.
Like,
I know butchers. That's weird.
What? No,
It's-
like the mind flayers.
They
Uh,
butcher mice. I mean,
Okay,
some
so
people
you
eat them. It's a delicacy, but if you want it.
No, what? Ew. I mean, ew. Anyways, a mind flayer is a creature that their entire diet is mental thoughts and brains. They eat it. That's what they eat. That's what they consume. The
I don't
feral
think you can
ones,
live on that.
they can. The feral ones are the
I don't
ones
know.
that can't or that haven't. You know, sometimes they get caught so deep in the Underdark there's no intelligence for them to consume. They are
Looks
really
like you did,
attracted to
Casimir.
smart people. So be wary. He looks specifically at you, Moose.
Casimir's safe.
Yeah, Casimir, you've never come across one for some reason.
Weird. Never seen them.
Moose stops walking for a moment and proceeds to like take a single step in the bag, and with one flourish closes it behind him, as the entire like octopus movement of the arms just.
It's the only thing he has, his mind.
And I'll carry the bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is the bag just sitting? Because yeah, I'd pick it up.
So yeah, the feral ones have been roaming around recently, and they apparently, this is all I've heard, they sent out like some type of psychic pulse to see if a creature is intelligent or not. And when it collides with you, it makes you think like them, which is immediately, I should murder them. And then they hunt you down like that. Or they keep mentally attacking you until you end up murdering your friends and allies, and then once everybody's hurt and there's only one remaining, they come in and eat all of it.
What?
Yeah.
This is normal?
Well, it's recent.
I'll look at Casimir and be like, dude, you didn't say nothing about this kind of shit.
It happens. It's down here. I mean, there's like dragons up there. All sorts of weird creatures. You complain because there's a couple of weird ones down here. Happens.
Sebastian,
I mean-
you've seen stuff at sea that all of us would consider beyond the pale.
I mean, maybe.
We got attacked by a cloud.
But
Moose comes
this sounds.
back out of the.
This is weird stuff.
Yeah, Moose.
Moose comes back out of the bag and says, "I forgot I made this," and holds up a small ring with a green brain on it.
What's that?
It's a ring of mind shielding.
You forgot?
Let's be honest, I wasn't here yesterday, mentally.
That's fair. That's fair. It's just like one of the best items in the whole game.
Oh yeah, this
It
whole
was-
thing.
It proceeds to put it on his finger.
Bing.
I'm good now.
And we have had a minor influx of blood counts in the area as well. Casimir, that immediately causes you to know what the fuck that is.
That's what is that? That sounds bad.
Blood counts? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's really bad when one of the vampire nobles comes into the area. So what did he roll? 15. Okay. So the vampire nobles are the ones that are the oldest and
Mm-hmm.
most powerful. They usually have control over specific dominions. Like Neckmere, they are controlled by one of the Blood Count families. Largely, there's
Okay.
other ones that associate with it, but it's under their control. They have very few weaknesses compared to what they call their lesser kins, and he gestures at Casimir, Reyna. And they usually have some blood siphoning magic that can really be pretty nasty to deal with. But apparently one of the blood counts while moving from here to Neckmere was attacked by one of the feral flayers, and they sent out a whole group of blood counts to just hunt and kill them.
Question:
Understandable.
would Markov have been a blood count?
Please don't say that name near me.
No, this was out of character.
Oh, okay, cool.
Out of character.
Is
Please don't
is
say
Jess
anything,
asking
Jeremy.
me or Reyna?
Reyna.
Reyna. Have Reyna roll a religion check.
Trying to get around the cat.
Just get a false keyboard. I think they sell some on Amazon that are like heated keyboards, so it actually
my
attracts the
God.
cat to sit on them. And that's all it does. You plug it in and it's just
Oh.
warm.
She just stretched her little bag legs out as she moved, and now she's grabbing me.
Of course.
But it is an 8.
8. You have no idea.
Cool.
Speaking of blood,
Yes.
Moose pops up and saying,
Speaking of. Ouch!
no, that's an out of character. Speaking of blood, I remember practically stealing this thing. It's literally a blood magic cantrip.
Bloodletting?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have that.
Is there a way to transcribe it?
You don't really use a spell book, so I'd say you just need to spend like a couple of days reading it to see if you can figure it out, and if you want to pick it up as one of your spells, you may. Or you could duplicate the scroll, but that takes you duplicating magic scrolls, which is a downtime activity you complete at half the rate. Yeah. Either way, that's the only real way artificers can do that. It's unfortunate, but artificers have some limitations. Very few. Wizards are the only book nerds. You're the engineer. But yeah, Casimir, if you would like to ask me any questions that Casimir would absolutely know about blood counts, please ask me.
All of it.
So it all began with a big
Yes.
So I'm only going to say all of this out loud to you if you're okay sharing it with all of them, just so there's no question as to what they know, who knows what.
Yep, it's fine with me.
Okay. Vampires among some of the most dangerous and cunning undead in the known world. Their ambition is rarely limited to simply acquiring food and living in isolation. As such, they have cultivated large communities over generations. When vampires succeed in dark deeds of staggering evil, the necrotic power that flows through their veins induces an unholy transformation. This transformation is them ascending into a vampire noble, also known as a blood count. There is a handful of ways that you can become such an entity. One way is to feast upon and kill 1,000 mortals. So drain 1,000 people completely of their blood would ascend you to becoming a blood count type level. Another way is making a dark deal with an abyssal entity. And if it accepts you, then you will gain some of its dark powers and deeds as well. And there's one other way that they can be created, and that is if they consume the life of another blood count. So, if you are just a vampire and you fully feast upon a blood count, consuming it completely, you will become a blood count in and of yourself. Now, sometimes the transformation does not go very well. Most of the time, they turn into just a blood count or countess, a creature that is unfathomably powerful by comparison to their lower ranked vampires and vampires. I'm sorry, but that's the only way to describe you. They dwarf you in raw power and capabilities. Jess can confirm this from the Wednesday game. However, sometimes they turn into different amalgamations. There is the Blood Count itself, which is natively a spellcaster with very powerful build, very quick, cunning. They can sacrifice individuals or draw upon the blood of other individuals near them in order to empower and invigorate their spells and magics and such. And then there are the Countess Drool, which are the ones that attempted to ascend, but their mind broke during the process, and they hunger and seek to consume any undead in order to gather more power and keep ascending. The reason the blood counts have not been killed before they could grow to their current power and size is because they were the only ones powerful enough to go after those abominations and hunt them in packs in order to make sure that they didn't become a mindless, tyrannical, evil entity. And as a general rule of thumb, a vampire that is a blood count is 90% chance of being pure evil. You consume 1,000 lives. It's very rare that they're not one of those. Now, there's a couple of families that are among these vampire nobles within the area. There is the Fierist family. More modern, more new. They've moved into the territory from far away, and their lineage is not really known about, but apparently they live somewhere past the storm on the far east side of the ocean, and then came here. That would be the family that you are familiar with, Reyna. They are the ones that you had dealings with, the Fierist family. More or less, they're kind of not that gosh awful compared to everything else. Sebastian, maybe. Who knows? Another of the predominant families out here is the Tierstad family. That's the one that you have a specific interaction with from your backstory back in Neckmere. And there's a handful of other ones that I don't feel like going into right now, so yes. Also, the majority of these families seem to view mere mortals as pets at best. You, of course, though, you have heritage, so, like, you know, you're just viewed as lesser.
Nice. Got
Any
it.
questions?
No, but a couple of things added to the bucket list.
Become a...
Find one and eat one.
Yep.
I mean,
and
if
also
you-
keep a tracker.
I think at this
Get one
point
of
you're
the
probably
clicker
up to like
trackers.
14. Every night. It just... But yeah, that's everything about them. So yeah, that's those are the predominant things you have to be concerned about. I mean, of course, there's other things out here. If you find a dead body on the ground, be careful before you move it at all. You might come across some fungus.
Mud, also.
Okay.
Mud?
The last time we were underground, I got stuck in mud.
You mean sand?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Mud.
Oh, you came across mud sand. Yeah. No, that's bad. I mean, I thought that was just general knowledge. Is that not general knowledge?
No.
Oh.
We don't have
yeah.
that
It is now.
upstairs.
Ah. Okay. I'll follow.
Yeah, there was a zombie there.
Ah.
You had to smash him.
Wait,
Yeah.
a zombie? What? Well, why would you
Yeah,
have to
there-
smash
Yeah,
it? You can literally
salmon
just
or
throw a piece of meat and they'll go after it.
We didn't have any meat.
Really?
I was the meat that was going after.
Wait, why would it even fuck with you? It can't eat you.
I think it was protecting something, but
was-
Zombie
it was
protecting
crazy.
something? What? This is wow. That's I don't know.
yeah, I almost was stuck.
That was a
there
while
forever.
ago.
Yeah.
And Casimir, there's a bunch of zombies down here. They've never been a threat to you. You literally just walk past them. Like they can be pets to you. Like not in any capacity that you can actually control what they do, but as in like, you know, scratch its head and walk away. Like no problem.
Yeah.
They don't eat you, you don't eat them. You can't. It's incompatible.
A few days later, you just see Casimir going like a wild zombie.
God, I love different cultures in D&D. It's just like, yeah, the fucking zombie. Wait, that's not a problem. Like, we have vampires. Like, and yeah, if it glows, no. That's a saying.
Looks at Moose.
What are you talking about?
Big clothes. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch anything. As the arm is literally moving towards Sebastian.
Just,
Whoa.
but yeah, that's about everything. And if we do all of that successfully, we should be all right. Wow. I hope we do come across a zombie, though. I want to try out this new leg. And he starts, like, he pivots and starts kicking in the air with it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Moose is just looking at him, and he says, like, offhandedly, I never installed the motor. What was he doing with that?
Dude, it's great. It's like I think it, and my leg does it. It's weird, because, like, you know how you don't think while you're walking? Like, you just, you go, I'm walking, and then you start doing it, right? Like, that's how I do it, at least. I never really thought about it. But now I'm like, I'm telling my leg to do something, and it does it. Like, he just starts hopping. I literally just told it to start hopping.
Just
Excellent.
don't let it consume you.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, dude, I'm going to have to work out so much to get my other leg up to par with this one. All right, cool. Mincemeat was the swole. Oh, God. This one's the
Gotta have
bolt.
goals, man.
Johnny's going to be Usain Bolt. But anyways, as you're all traveling down here, who wants to take the responsibility of rolling a D100 to find out what you encounter?
Not me.
I'll take it.
Yes.
I just want a 1.
fearless. Ah! Actually, let me look at that list.
You don't want a 1. I rolled a 1. That's
So-
what I rolled the
I
last
kinda
time I
wanted a
rolled
1.
D100.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, holy shit. Really consistent this game, y'all. Your first day of traveling to Ashmore Lazi. You do come across a small grouping of zombies. They clustered with one another down a fallen, collapsed tunnel inside of a room that you all are expected to get over. Now, down in this pit, there's about 15 of them, and it is a 30-foot gap between where you are and the other side that you have to get across to. The zombies are down in the hole about 4 feet, so they can almost reach Well, they can reach the top if they really stretch up by doing so. And the moment you all move into that tunnel, you see the entire horde.
Oh my.
So we got to get over that.
Casimir, do you want to help wrangle them?
Sure. I have a way with animals. I can just, like, bring them to the side or something.
Like, I'll hand him one end of a rope and, like, just to, like,
All right.
corral
So
them.
I would like.
Are they
both-
like kind of below us? Can we jump over it?
It's a 25-foot leap across.
Oh.
And they are
25.
only 4 feet below you. So, like, if you fail that jump, they're on you. And it's a horde of them. But anyways, Reyna, Casimir, you both climb into the hole, and immediately some of the zombies, like, touch you and then pull away. Staying focused in the area. They were seeing if you were meat. You're not. So I'd like both of you to give me a survival check to wrangle up all of them.
I'm gonna use my
See
game
if you're
advantage.
even more consistent.
Right? Hey! Casimir's good at this.
Ha!
Nice! So you tie together 2 sections of the ropes and you start like walking around the outer perimeter, just pushing them into a circle as you do so. And then you tie off the 2 ends and keep tightening and tightening, both of you walking opposite directions until the rope is straining as all of them are being pushed into half of the room's size, just huddling close by one another.
All right, guys.
Okay. Pat you on the back, Sebastian. You got this. You first.
All right.
All right. So Sebastian slides down there. I assume you're the one holding the moose's bag?
Reyna said that she was carrying the bag.
I'll pass the
Oh,
bag off
okay.
because I know Moose would have. Before she did this, she would have passed the bag off because Moose would have like slapped her with the robot arms if like he knew what she was doing with him.
I would like a stealth check, Sebastian.
All right. Use my game advantage to make it a regular roll because my stealth sucks.
Heavy armor, man. Why do you wear it?
Can I like have guided myself under my breath
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
for the stealth?
Before you start, no problem.
Come on. They can't see me. I'm a whisper.
18, not bad. You and Johnny climb down there and walk around the opposite direction as Reyna and Casimir are keeping their attention and rotating the horde around to like make sure they don't look at the very appetizing goblin and half-elf. We're just scooting by. Now, as you all are doing this, the 2 of you make it to the other side. I need you to roll me an athletics check to climb up, Sebastian.
Athletics.
Uh-huh. You're good at this one.
Come on, I could do this. Climb up.
Easy enough. You kind of like position yourself, squat, and leap, grabbing and hoisting yourself, just crawling up as quickly as you can. Right after you do that, you just see Johnny. Boing! Holy crap, that is awesome.
He's like a flea.
Little tiny flea. Now, everybody else moved across during this time as well, because I'm not going to kill 2 people who aren't here. That's mean. Casimir and Reyna, what are the 2 of you doing? You have the horde kind of under control down here?
You want to leave him tied up, or
I was gonna say, do we want to bring them with us? You know, you never know when they might be useful.
I'm not picking him up over the ledge though.
I mean, we can probably just hold them, and whoever we get, we get.
Moose is going to walk his way over to the edge.
Like
Yeah.
fishing for zombies.
No.
Moose, since you're out of the bag, you notice vastly chewed upon limbs lying in this area.
I pick one up.
Well, not where you're standing, in the hole.
Hey, Casimir, touch one of those.
One of what?
I pointed one of the limbs.
Kick it.
Okay. Casimir, you go over and easily lift it up. I mean, it's an arm. The arm is cut off at the elbow. Just start. The hand is flopping, no problem. But Casimir, your expertise in dismemberment. This was a clean cut, not a rip, not a tear. A clean cut at the elbow.
Yeah, that's weird. This is... looks like done with a weapon, or methodically done so. This
they're
is not
pets.
zombies work.
Or
I'll
guard
I'll
dogs.
toss the arm at Rena.
Raina, as it's tossed over to you, one of the zombies snaps over, biting onto it, and now the entire horde is fighting for that limb. Raina, give me a strength saving throw.
Oh my.
24.
You manage to dodge out of the way as many of them are trying to converge on the limb and keep moving and pushing and shoving them to the side as they're all moving towards that limb, trying to get at it at the same time, and move yourself around where that entire large horde is now fighting with one another over it.
I look around and I'm like, wait a second.
Guard dog.
These were farmed. This is a holding pen.
I personally think it's like a guard dog situation.
No, it may just be more and more disposal unit. Someone actually kills people and then just throws the body parts in here.
I forgot, you are supposed to
Like
take half
pigs.
damage from it, Raina. 15 points of bludgeoning damage halved, down to 8.
Okay.
It's a large horde. I mean,
Mhm.
15's not that bad considering.
It's like farming pigs. You can get rid of body parts with pigs.
That's something I didn't know.
They will eat anything. They will eat each other if one is wounded.
But
Suddenly
bacon is so
seems a lot
fucking
more
good.
cruel now.
Oh, but bacon is so good. Still, by far, the best name for any pig ever. Crispy bacon. Chris.
Have you... Hang on, I have to find those.
But anyways, yeah. They are all fighting over the limb as the two of you are kind of off to the side now, and they seem much more aggressive about it now that they've realized there is a limb there.
I think it's time to go, Casimir.
Sure. I'm going to grab one of the limbs as I go up. Just souvenir.
Okay. You pick up, are you looking for a leg or a wing? Casimir?
Rolling for it. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Just
Leg it says.
Oh my.
all right, you pick up a leg and just hoist it over your shoulder. And much in the same way, it's like halfway up the thigh that it is clean cut. And as you're walking over, the large horde on the backside is now fighting against the front horde. And they're charging towards you right now. Though they are wrapped up inside of the rope, they are charging the two of you. I need both of you to give me athletics checks to dodge out of the way. Oh, easy. Reyna, immediately as they're doing that, you go, fuck this shit, leap up, grab, and just slam your entire body all the way up there. Casimir, on the other hand, oh wait, you're one-handing the leg, disadvantage. You're doing this with only one arm.
No.
Okay, 19's good enough. You reach up there with your arm and like grab and immediately try to hold your hand out for someone to help you. Anybody? Johnny helps you.
Yeah,
and that's just enough leverage that you drag yourself up. But not before you do take a little bit of a scritchy. 16 again, halved, down to 8. Both of you. Both of you, 16 again, halved, down to 8. As they scratch and claw across you a little bit, but Casimir, you luckily walk away with the leg. But now that side of the horde is like actively scraping and scratching at the side of the ground trying to get to you.
Yeah, well, they're active at least. I'll like give Moose the leg.
It's not good.
See? It's weird. Also, let's just heal that back up.
He
10
hands you one
HP.
of the temporary potions.
Everyone gets 4 temp HP.
Nice, that's nice of you.
And I'm
The
gonna.
augment.
Okay, somebody had a cackling
Gee, Sebastian, what happened to you?
hag?
I'm gonna false life it.
Okay, you get even more temporary hit points. Roll your D4, it's at minimum 1 more.
Oh, it's on the fucking. It's in the fucking spell
Yeah.
card. Give me.
Yeah,
the
just roll.
fucking-
Roll a 1d4.
No, I want it to be the right thing. And
It didn't do it. Didn't do it. 8.
4.
Alright. And also, Casimir, you get your temp potion. Are you going to chug-a-lug the temp potion that Moose handed you?
What's the potion do again?
2d4
plus
plus-
4.
yeah.
It's based on my intelligence modifier, so it's a +4.
Mm-hmm.
Now roll
7.
2d6 plus 4.
Oh. My bad.
You now have 8 temporary
One
hit points,
more.
and you healed 7.
Okay, that's what you do. Okay. Yeah, he's super healy, Buffy. Wow, you guys have so many temp HPs. It's great. It helps you so
I
much
have a
against a
lot.
vampire drain. But
So
anyways.
this is the thing I was referring to.
Oh, okay. So whenever you... Okay. So whenever somebody drinks one of your elixirs, they also get temp HP.
Yeah, it's
Holy
just really
fuck.
good with a healing potion.
Yeah. That's like what it's meant. Yeah, that's
Hell
really
yeah.
good. Chug, chug, chug. Wow. Just sprinkle a little bit of cocaine around the rim of the glass and you'll be okay.
I've got that. Who wants
Yeah.
a cocaine?
Everybody's a little better.
So
Who
yeah,
says I never had any razzle dazzle?
you all continue walking along this path. Now, let me roll their athletics check. Just to see. Just checking, guys.
You know what's an odd word I really enjoy?
Dazzle.
No, zest.
Onomatopoeia. Zest is a good word. It should be used much more
Specifically
frequently.
zest for life.
You know what's great? Zest is a zesty word.
You deserve that.
I did, yes.
It's come to my attention that my noise cancellation did not pick up me whispering exactly.
God damn it, Moose. Anyways, you all continue walking forward. Down this slick corridor that is beginning to become a little warmer. Not the very chill, cool environment you were all in Dryard. Now, the moisture seems to carry a little bit of heat with it as well. Not an intense heat, just enough that you can recognize the raise in temperature. As you're walking up ahead down this corridor, Johnny seems to be, up in the front, and not for nothing, he's going to take Sebastian with him in the front, and Sebastian, you're being in front of him, like, while he's looking. That's just, he feels more comfortable behind the big guy.
Yeah.
That's not a vampire,
Fine.
so. Yeah. As he's looking all around, keeping careful watch. All right. Up ahead, there should be a tiny little rest area we're gonna have to crawl into to get, but we should be. Yeah, you guys should be okay. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine.
All right. How tiny?
Well, I can walk right in.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just to keep us out of sight and out of interaction with anything big. And you continue following him, where he points over to another offshoot pathway, but this time he moves over towards it and looks up at the ceiling, where all of you notice there is a raised platform kind of tucked into the ceiling itself, that as he reaches up and pushes against, you can tell is a solid slate of wood that he's wiggling out of the way, and there's a little crawl space for all of you to crawl up into. That should keep us safe. Okay. All right, I guess I'll go first since. Yeah. All right, toss me up there,
Moose
big guy.
comes with him.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you
Toss
a
us
boost.
up there, big guy.
Yeah.
And you easily lift both of them and put them up there as you both move around. And Moose, you stand up, no problem in here. Same for him. His ears aren't even touching the ceiling. There's a good almost foot gap. And as you move around, you see there's a small little swept section in the dirt itself that looks like there was probably a bedroll or something here previously. You see that there is a tiny table set up here, with some crumbs of food on it that looks fairly cleaned up, but definitely not by anybody who cared about cleaning up that much. More we might as well do the bare minimum. And it's just a large little crawl space that they have for safekeeping in the Underdark. The coast looks clear.
Alright, over the space where we got up,
Mhm.
I'm casting web.
Under the space?
Yeah, to where if someone else tries to get in, the web's blocking it.
Oh, okay. Cool. How long does web last? I think it's
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Well, it'll give you an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it gives us time to settle in, and
Yeah, so.
that's probably when we make the most noise. And
True. Now, all of you bigger folk, as you get up there, you can sit in this area and your head would barely scrape against the ceiling. But there's no way you're standing up down here. You can do one of those crawl space squats if you need to, but it's definitely designed to be compact and out of the way, not for comfort. Safety is what they aspire to. As you're all up there, Raina throws down the web, and Johnny will go over and pull the plank of wood over, which closes off this area from down below. All right. This is where us wee folk really shine, huh? Offers you a high five, Moose.
Hell yeah.
Moose kind of looks at him for a second, and gives him a high five just slowly.
Psh. Don't worry, it's not like high-fiving Sebastian. That hurt. So yeah, guess this is where we're gonna tuck in for the night. I don't know how you guys do things on the surface, but down here we usually take watches and shifts of twos. Though, with the two of you, do we need to?
Not really, no.
Okay, cool. Gonna go down that way and just He lies down in the dirt, moves his spear and places it to his side, and crosses his hands behind his head, and within seconds is sleeping.
I was gonna say, as he's moving there, Moose just says, "You can bunk up with me."
Oh, you have a tent?
I open the bag.
I don't get it.
Come on, look.
Sticks his head in, and you all hear like an echo. Holy shit! Then he
Excellent.
immediately
Got it.
crawls in. Thank you.
Got a spare
Him.
bed.
Wow, I was just gonna sleep on the sofa. To be fair, the sofa's way bigger than any of, well, you or him. Yeah, okay, so the wee folk get to relax. Haha, big guys. Anyways,
I am determined to make the greatest impression on this goblin's life.
Oh, dude, Johnny fucking loves you. You're the greatest guy ever.
He's gonna
This
be
is
so sad
your
when I die.
mincemeat. Oh, yeah. Just like mincemeat.
Let's not get into that.
Respected. My best NPC of all time. Anyways. So, the three of you are out here. I suppose the two of you are going to keep watch.
Mhm.
What are you saying, Carl?
No, nothing. I'm just laughing at everything. Two wee folk hiding in a bag of holding. Well, the rest of the world has to deal with the...
They're cramped. Just
Yep.
playing beer pong.
All right, Casimir, your perception check, please. Isn't it great having two people that are better than elves?
I'll stay up and take
We
the
can't
11.
see shit though.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
but I was
so
on-
good at this.
I was already saying I was staying up for one watch.
Okay, so we'll give you first watch as well. Go ahead and roll. Or at least for the first couple hours. Got this. Yo,
Terrible.
9,
Still
11,
terrible.
12.
With guidance, still terrible.
Oh my
12.
goodness. I don't think a creature down here could be that bad.
Everything is clear. Don't you all agree?
Well, it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to keep watch when you have the closed door. Like, it's...
Well, it's like lean out and it's just your head, just like.
Well, when you pop your head out, you don't come back up with it, and that's a concern.
You do, but you got web on it. Currently.
All right. Shit, I'm stuck. All right. Somebody else rolled a percentile die.
I will. Just because it's funny.
You're so good at
Roll
this.
74.
34.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Sebastian. During the first watch, you're sitting there, while the other two are presumably playing Go Fish. And you're kind of paying attention to Go Fish. Despite what people think, it is predominantly a game of insight. So you believe. And then, Sebastian, you notice the hair on Reyna's arms begin lifting, And then the hair on... Actually, Casimir, do you have body hair?
Has a bit on his arms, but he's mostly kind of
Okay,
not a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I was wondering, because, you know, for some reason, Casimir strikes me as a, like, manscaping type of guy. You know, like...
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
everyone has body hair, but do you have body hair?
Right, well, that's the question. You know, like, you know. And then you notice Casimir's is doing the same, and you look down at your arm, and you feel that it's doing the same as well. The other two don't seem to be noticing.
Oh no. I want to divine sense.
Okay. You take a big breath. Casimir, that immediately catches your attention with an 11, because Sebastian's not a, you know, he's not a subtle breather, let's say. And you've seen him do this a number of times to know, like, he does this sometimes. What are the monster types that it catches?
I just posted in chat. So it's
Thank you.
Celestial Fiend and 4 Undead.
You don't sense any of those three.
Well, other than there's 2 undead.
Well, yeah, there's 2 undead
Yeah.
directly in front of you. And apparently the one doesn't have any 4s, though you swear you saw there was a 4 in that hand.
He's about to get a 5 from one
I
hand.
don't know. I'm getting a lot of bad vibes.
Bad vibes?
Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on.
It's fine. It's probably just
What
Well,
was that?
As the three of you are talking, you hear that from underneath the door.
Miss.
Housekeeping.
Raina,
we have
you're
a problem.
you call out to Moose, or are you going over to the bag? Because he's on the other side of this area, like the back side where, you know, they could fit easily.
Message won't work for him when he's in
He's
there,
in a
will
different
it?
space.
Nah, I'm gonna stay still just in case.
All right. I would
There'll
like
be
a
plenty
stealth
of time
check
to yell later.
from all three of you.
Oh no.
What? Stealth check?
A stealth check if you're trying to be quiet. Or you could do something else.
Quick, play dead.
I get it.
I've got this.
I don't.
Raina.
Half a second, Reina flashbacks to being the fucking con.
Wrong S word, Sebastian.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. You rolled survival,
But
not
it was
stealth.
still terrible.
Roll your stealth check. It has to be the intended roll. With disadvantage, you wear heavy armor, bro.
That's true.
You're on watch. You're not stripped during watch. You strip after watch. 19. Well, Casimir and Sebastian, the two of you are very quick to become very quiet. Raina, however, as you're trying to stealth, you straighten your head and smack it on the back of the wall, and instinct just goes, fuck! And immediately you all feel at the door.
Is Web still up?
No, this is well past the first hour when you guys were
Okay.
setting up. And you all see the door is beginning to lift slowly upwards as you see two blue, glaring nostrils moving in. And this is where we're going to pick up next week. This fight's going to take longer than an hour. Oh,
Asshole.
34 is good. Yes.
Blue
You guys get to
nostrils.
fight some. Yeah. Standing
It's the
hair,
rare-
blue nostrils. What could it be? But anyways, players,
the
thank you
fuck
all very
you.
much for playing. Viewers, thank you all very much for hanging out with us. I hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.